We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Nah, he the troll guy. Caleb Plant off the hook for this one. Find out what Caleb Plant did to David Benavidez, or should I say directedbyego.com. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, you going back in the box. Caleb Plant gets at David Benavidez ahead of their March 25th fight, and this one's good. Now, if you follow me on Instagram at BOXINGEGO1, on Twitter at BOXINGEGO, hint, hint, you would already know this. Again, you guys got to follow for the latest and greatest when it comes to boxing. I'm the illest doing it. It's been that way. It's going to be that way, baby. So I already posted this, and you guys can get up to the minute info from my other social media before I get time to make a video. So I posted this. Caleb Plant does the unthinkable. So Caleb Plant has a merch shop. He has Revenge Tour merchandise, shirts, hats, shorts, and he says he's on his revenge tour. He's no longer a champion, no longer undefeated. At the hands of Canelo, he did take his first professional loss, so now he's on his revenge tour. He teamed up with Breadman as his trainer, and he looked great, to be honest, versus Anthony Durrell, their first pairing, their first fight, and now he's back with another dangerous fight. And I don't know what it is about Caleb Plant particularly, but Plant seems to aggravate guys, or I don't know what it is, but his last two buildups, actually his last three, because we have to include the Canelo, because I forgot the Canelo fight, they were mushing and slapping each other and, you know, pushing and shoving at the press conference. So if you look at it, Caleb Plant, the last three fights he's had, they've been some heated and intense buildups, right? Starting with Canelo and then carried over to Anthony Durrell. Durrell seemed to not like him. He had certain shirts about Caleb Plant, said he was going to put him in the dirt, something like that. And Caleb Plant taunted him with some shirts, got a knockout of the year of sorts. And then now with David Benavidez, it continues. So what am I talking about? Caleb Plant with his new merch shop, he bought the domain of directedbyego.com. So if one was so inclined and you go to, let's say, Google or your Google Chrome Safari web browser, and you type in directedbyego.com, you will bring up not anything David Benavidez related, but you will bring up Caleb Plant's shop. And that's a bold and kind of funny move from Caleb Plant. So he's in charge of directedbyego.com. In order to get to his merchandise, you have to type in directedbyego.com. So he could have easily put cp.com, calebplant.com, sweethands.com, but obviously, for obvious reasons, he's trying to troll David Benavidez, so he used his ish. So you see right here, this is the landing page, and then, immediately you see Caleb Plant with the CP outfit from one of his previous fights. He has the Revenge Tour, you know, which is, it looks like a BTS snippet that he had a videographer film. 2022 knockout of the year. So again, I posted David Benavidez, or I typed in directedbyego.com. It says Premier Boxing Champ, so it's probably a link to his PBC page, I'm assuming. And this is the landing page. Yeah, so it's basically all about Caleb Plant, yeah. And as I suspected, it brings up the PBC Premier Boxing Champions landing page for Caleb Plant. So all things Caleb Plant come up when you type in David Benavidez, which is crazy. You know, that's a crazy concept and the ultimate troll. You can also get on, you're getting he put his bio, you know what I mean? So it's just basically a website. It's a domain. You can contact him, blah, blah, blah. So he had this made. So again, you can look at his store. He has Revenge Tour merchandise, as you guys can see. Let's just look at a few of them. Revenge Tour, $55, select a shirt, size, won't wompty, right? So the gear looks tight. That Canelo paycheck, and, you know, actually all of his paychecks, you know, Durrell, I think Caleb Plant gets paid good. And, you know, he has all this merchandise available in his shop. So brilliant marketing strategy from Caleb Plant. Definitely some showmanship. My personal taste, I actually like this better than just some of the, I like strategic, like Pac said, plan, plot, strategize, and bomb first. I like things that require, like, some people get super hyped off of the rah, rah, rah. But when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not much of a talker. I'm not like a big talker in terms of like talking online, like, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth, trash talking and things like that, like on Twitter fingers. That's what people call it. So that's not really my style. I'm not finna go back and forth on some Twitter stuff. That's just not the era I come from. You know, if it is your era, you from the TikTok era and that's what you do, you know, more power to you. But for me, I'm not finna be getting angry while I'm driving and texting angrily. That's just not what I do. So I prefer, like, I like trash talk for sure. But at the end of the day, I like strategic things. And this is really a strategic move from Caleb Plant. Strategic move to, you know, look, he also got, it looks like Mexican colors, right? So it's a strategic move from Caleb Plant to have taken this domain name of David Benavidez. So basically, when people want to buy his merchandise and want to buy his shirts, he's getting paid off that, clearly, because he's producing the content, he's producing the merch, and they had to click davidbenavidez.com to get to this product group and to order the merch. So it's kind of funny that every time David Benavidez's name is pretty much being typed in the URL in the browser, Caleb Plant, to a degree, is kind of getting paid, you know, at least if you're going to davidbenavidez.com. And it also, here's the other thing, is I have a website, and the way it works is no two like entities can dominate the same domain. You can't occupy the same space, if you will. So David Benavidez would not be able to create the exact same davidbenavidez.com domain unless he got it from Caleb Plant, because Caleb Plant, as long as he's paying it in his web hosting, he's paying the web hosting thing and keeping the site up, then that's his domain name, you know? So example, if this weren't the case, then let's just say I wanted to drive a bunch of traffic to my website, then I would just call it netflix.com. I would just call it youtube.com, and people searching for YouTube would be redirected to my site. So that's why, for obvious reasons, it can't work like that. It's just like, basically it's like a mailing address, if you will. You have a physical home address. No one else has that same home address with the same zip code and the same apartment number or whatever, because if that was the case, then how could you get mail? People would be getting the same mail. That's why if you move, you got to change your address with the post office, and the internet's no different. Internet works the same way. Two people aren't going to have the same mailing address exactly at the same time. Not talking about somebody who had the mailing address and then moved away, something like that. But I'm saying occupying it at the same time. So David Benavidez, he's pretty much ass out. He can't use davidbenavidez.com while Caleb Plant, unless he did some kind of legal injunction, or I don't know. I'm not even going to get into the specifics, but I don't even think you, like, to be honest, I'm not a lawyer. So if there's anybody who is in that field, I ain't passed the ball, but I know a little bit. Let me know how that works. I don't think you can do anything about it. It's like, the internet is free space, and if you're paying the domain, I don't think anyone could do that. I think someone could get it unless you had that particular idea and website and you had it like trademarked or some type of copyright or LLC protect. You have to have some type of protection on it, you know, to my knowledge. So again, if anybody could clarify that, let me know in the comment section. But crazy move from Caleb Plant, definitely got people talking, and it hypes up the fight. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to probably irritate and aggravate David Benavidez to the point of me recording this video. I haven't seen Benavidez respond to this move from Caleb Plant, but I can't imagine that someone will be thrilled about it. As far as the fight, this just enhances it. Fans are going to like it. It's going to be more tense. Whether you're a David Benavidez or Caleb Plant fan, people are going to be sold with this. I heard they're extending sections for this particular fight because it's selling well. And it's just an anticipated fight, March 25th, which happens to be my birthday. And I'm looking forward to the fight. Caleb Plant with the showmanship, with the gag. This is a cool move. I have to be honest, though. I've seen this move before. Caleb Plant is not. I give him credit for it because it's still slick, slick move to pull on your opponent. But I got to admit, this is not the first person that I've seen do pretty much the same move. The first person that I seen make this move was 50 Cent. Hey, something special, man. Hey, you got to do something, baby. Irv, make it hot, nigga. 50 was the first person I seen do it. It was when 50 and Game split in G-Unit. And the Game was doing all those mixtapes, and he came out with GU Not, and he was doing like shirts and brands and stuff like that. And I remember 50 Cent bought GUNot.com, or he did something to like the same thing with the domain name, and he bought it. So I think he trademarked it too. So when Game said GU Not on mixtapes, 50 started getting paid from it. So it's like, that's a cool chess move to do, is like to profit off of somebody else's name, or in that case with 50 Cent, when somebody's dissing you, you're getting paid every time they mention the diss. So that's a clever way to go about things. So I like it. I think I'm always a fan of things like that. I like the fight. David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, don't really know who wins, still thinking about it. It's just a banger. I just want to see it as a fan, for real, for real. David Benavidez, his approach was a little bit more like, he was reading the script or whatever, and he was trash talking. He was more in your face and direct with his trash talk. Caleb Plant, I think a little bit, just kind of like his style, a little bit more scientific, a little bit more technical, just, a little bit clever, a little bit more cunning in terms of his delivery of his trash talk. At the press conference, he wasn't overly trash talking. A lot of that came from Benavidez's side, like, I'm gonna knock you out, punk, and you're gonna be bleeding from the mouth, and boom, boom, boom. Caleb Plant getting a little bit more saucy with it, but that doesn't win the fight. So all in all, let me know who you think wins the fight. This definitely enhances and builds the fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm the best in the business, and y'all knew that. Subscribe, I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.